In all honesty, I really don't know how I'm gonna title this video. I could title it like, I went to the hospital. Nah, that seems a little scary. How about, the time I thought I was having a heart attack? Now that's worse. I could just title it as, my Thursday night. I don't know, I'll think about it when I get there. Hi, how are you? I'm alright, it's snowing outside. I may or may not cough a lot in this video, even though I'm not supposed to really have a cough right now. I did write that joke when I was coughing nonstop, so let's just think differently about that. So last month, like last month was October, right? Yeah. On the 18th, actually on the 17th, I had a cold. Normal colds, I hate having colds, I hate feeling like crap all the time, but I don't know. But I finished all my work like a champ, like all my homeschool work, and then I went and I took some pictures. Here's some of those pictures I took that day. Bow, bing, bang, boom, bop. I'm sorry. And then during that I took some Dayquil so I can like do all that stuff, or like off-brand Dayquil, I forget. And then I came in here and I crashed on my bed. I fell asleep. My parents came home and like blah blah blah, like we started like conversating, and then my mom was like, hey, why don't you take some more Dayquil? So I did. I got through the rest of the day, and then a couple hours later I took some NyQuil and I went to bed. And then I woke up around 4:30 and I went to the bathroom. My chest was hurting a little bit at that point, but it wasn't hurting a lot. I went back to bed. My sister was sleeping in the living room at this point because she didn't want to get sick. So I go back to bed, and then like an hour later, I'm having these awful chest pains. Like, it was so bad that I actually could not breathe. I couldn't speak, I couldn't breathe. It was really hard for me to like relax. So what I did was kind of stupid. I just tried to sleep in different positions and just different ways, so I wouldn't like have to text my parents and be like, hey, I'm kind of dying over here. And it was so bad that I actually did think I was having a heart attack. But that's me overthinking. I overthink a lot, and I'm like, I'm too young to have a heart attack. This doesn't make sense. So I texted my mom, and she sent my dad to come in, and I started with what I could say, I tried to describe what was happening. Like, it literally hurt up all in my chest here and down here. Like, I thought it was gas, so I kept trying to burp and other ways to pass gas. So he told me like to sit up, so we got my pillows all set up, and I was like, oh, this is kind of helping. Never mind, everything is hurting again. So my mom came in and I told her what was going on, and she was like, okay, we're gonna have to take you to urgent care. Which is the stupid thing about urgent care, I didn't go, but the stupid thing about urgent care is like every time you need to go there, it's closed. Like, the most of the injuries that really happen are like at night or at like 1 in the morning, and that's usually where I feel like the urgent cares around me aren't even open, which is stupid. So in the end, we didn't go, obviously. We went to the emergency room. I said a little bit that I was feeling nauseous when I was on the couch. I was like, I can't talk because it makes me feel like I'm going to throw up. I can't do this because I feel like I'm going to throw up. So we took the bathroom trash can with us. And like I'm clutching the seat in the car. I'm trying not to move too much. I'm trying not to panic. so that happened, and we get there, and just before my mom put that, you know, those hospital wristbands on me, I threw up. I threw up into the bucket that we had with us, but along with that I was burping a lot, which got rid of a lot of the chest pains, but I felt so bad because like we got there and it felt like it was for nothing, but my mom said like we're still gonna be here so we can see what else, like if there's anything more to what's happening. So we stayed there longer. I'm gonna tell you right now, we got there at 6. Oh, and another thing, my dad actually took off that day. I remember him saying to his secretary, I think, or a secretary of the school that he works at, that like just take it out of my emergency days, which I felt very loved and cared for then. I don't know. Yeah, but we got there at like 6, and I didn't leave until like 12. So there's that. But what happened, yeah, so we get into the room. I'm feeling better. I do feel a little bit of nausea coming back, so I'm just sitting there trying to like, I don't know, read things in the room, trying just to calm myself down. A nurse comes in. I described to her what's going on. I told her like I literally thought I was having a heart attack. I thought I was gonna die, but that's me. I have anxiety, so I overthink a lot. So that happened, and then my doctor comes in. She was very sweet. It's just when we got there, it happened to be at the point where they change. Their shift changes, and then I get a different doctor. She was very sweet. I forget her name. It starts with a Y. But she was very sweet. I told her what's happening. And we were talking, and it's like, okay, we might have to do this and this and this. She stated a lot of medicines that I did not understand, and then she left. And then a different doctor came in. She's like, hi, I'm Dr. whatever. We got into a shift change, and I'm gonna be your doctor for tonight. I'm like, okay, like I didn't care. I was like, okay, shift changes happen. This new doctor tried too hard to be my friend. Let's just say that. She's like that aunt that lives like not in your state, that like she would bring you cookies just to bribe you with friendship. She was kind of like that. Just by looking at her, she just looked like that. She was very sweet. She was very nice. It's just she was trying too hard to be my friend. And I wasn't looking for friends. I was looking for, can I get out of the hospital, please? So I told her the symptoms. I told her all the things that was going on. She told me that they're gonna have to like, I told her that my throat was hurting a little bit, but that was because I had a cold. They wanted to do a strep test, which I understand completely. Like I literally, my throat was hurting because of the cold. My glands were a little swollen because everything up here was all jacked up. But I understand. They just wanted to make sure. Like, I'm not mad at them at all. I'm just mad that they couldn't do it faster. But honestly, I was the only patient on that floor. So, yeah. But yeah. First, though, I told her, I was like, I am feeling a little nauseous, but that's probably because there's nothing in my stomach right now. And she says, hold on, I'm gonna go get whatever the name of this pill is. It's like, every pill that they have in the hospital sounds like a freaking wizard's name. Like, I'm like, what the heck? Is that Gandalf's cousin? Is that Dumbledore's brother or something? Because, like, honestly, all their names sound so magical. But let me tell you, the pill was, like, this big. It was white. This sounds really shady. It had, like, a little C, kind of like the copyright symbol. And, like, it was so magical. I ate it, and my nausea turned to hunger. It was the best thing ever. And my only thought was like, dang, I could go for some McDonald's fries right now. That was my only thought. I remember that distinctly. And this happened like basically over a month ago. This was on a Thursday, by the way. So that happens, and then like she gives me that weird remote that like has the up and down channel button and then the red button that you can press to call your nurse if something happens. I was very tempted to press that button. I really was, just for no reason. Just it's kind of like Stewie when he's like, Mom, mommy. And then he just goes like, hi, like that. Like, I kind of wanted to do that. But she gives it to me. I'm flipping through channels. Throughout that day, I watched Reba, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Supernatural. Okay, so normally TV shows take a half an hour at least, but with commercials, that takes an hour. I watched 3 episodes of Reba, 1 episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and half an episode of Supernatural. So if doing that, you can do the math of how long I was there. So yeah, but they did come in and out throughout those episodes. The strep throat was awful because I have a low tolerance for pain and a bad gag reflex, but nothing compared to my sister. But like, I don't like things down my throat when like they aren't food. So she's like, okay, so this does have to go down your throat. I'm gonna swish it down a little bit so I can like just get some like spit so I can get some DNA, kind of like from down here. And I'm like, okay. She's like, don't swallow. I have anxiety, so like I don't know if this is part of it, but I did swallow because I was preparing myself. I'm the worst. So that happened. So I tried to like not gulp. See, I just gulped. Tried to not gulp, and then she did, and I'm like coughing. I'm like, please, this is torture. Please stop. And so she did get what she needed, and that took like a million hours. And both my parents there, my mom and my dad, and like it took forever. And they were trying to like be so nice but they started to get hangry. And we told the nurse about my hypoglycemia, like a weird blood sugar thing. I don't eat good proper food, I throw up. So I kind of have to eat. So she brings me food, but it was weird. It was like weird crackers and I think chocolate. I didn't eat it. I like ate a little bit of one and I'm like, okay, I don't want this anymore. Like this made me lose my appetite. So my parents were like, hey, can we have it? I'm like, yeah, eat. You guys need to eat more than I do right now. Well, that was my state of mind. So they're eating my snacks that the friendly nurse gave me. And then later, another doctor came. I had 3 doctors. But this one was more of like a doctor with a student from Rowan. I forget his name, crap. I like specifically tried to remember his name before this video. So there was that. I told them my symptoms and like the student was just there like, okay, I'm taking note of this. I want to be a doctor one day. And I'm like, please stop. Like, just please, can I have one doctor? Why me? Of course this happens to me. Like, honestly, but like, it was a fun time. There was a point before the 3rd doctor that she was giving me this weird thing to coat my stomach. I don't know either. I'm confused. I go to like, I'm all set because like I take medicine all the time. I like to make the joke, I'm like, oh, I'm taking a shot, like, like I do that, but like she wasn't gonna let me. So she was like, do you want a straw? I was like, no, I'll be fine. Do you want a straw? No, I'm fine. No, let me restate that again. Do you want a straw? And I'm like, Dad, why? Do you want me to have a straw? And then she started explaining how it would be easier. I'm like, you don't know how I drink straws, do you? I'm like, I don't put the straw at the back of my throat. How do you drink out of straws? So it didn't help. The straw did not help. So yeah. So yeah, that happened. It was the most disgusting thing I ever had. They gave me medicine for my like cold, and she's like, oh, it'll taste like grapes. I'm like, are you sure it's gonna taste like grapes? Because like a lot of medicine says, oh, it tastes like grapes, and really it's like juice straight from Satan's cows. Are you sure? Like, honestly. So I did drink it. It did nothing like grapes. I wanted to throw up. So that was my day. My Thursday night at the hospital when I thought I was having a heart attack. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was really good. Like, I don't watch it that often, but I love the show so much. I need to watch it more. I love like Will Smith. He's like one of my favorite people. I love Reba too. I loved all the shows I watch, even like Supernatural. Like I'm not allowed to watch it, but at the hospital my mom's like, it's fine. It's I'm a Christian, so it's like so yeah. I'm sure that statement made sense to people. Something I forgot to mention in this video, I was freaking out, and the whole thing with my chest pains probably was a panic attack. It most likely was a panic attack, actually. I had a masquerade ball to go to. So I'm like in the hospital, I was like, we need to wrap this up. I need to go get my hair done because I need to go to this masquerade ball. So I get out of the hospital, we get Chick-fil-A, obviously, because that's my favorite food next to popcorn. So I go home, I chill for like at least 40 minutes, and then I'm out the door to go get my hair done for the masquerade ball. Though I guess you could say the bad part about this whole thing is that none of my friends really messaged me. I don't know, this is a little thing that I shouldn't have to overthink about, but like I posted on my story because I didn't want it to be there for a while. I posted on my story that I was in the hospital, and you can see who sees your story. None of them really messaged me. like, hey, are you okay? Oh, I saw you're in the emergency room. Are you okay? Like, it wasn't a clear shot, but still I would have at least think that one of them would be like, oh, are you okay? Like, I saw you're in the hospital, but that's just me, I guess. But the masquerade ball was fun. I tried not to mention too much that I was just in the hospital, because I didn't want to like take away from everybody's moment of like, oh, I'm gonna go look pretty, and everyone looked fantastic. But what I did have to do, since it was on a Thursday, is say, hey, I'm not going to class because I was in the hospital today, to my professor. So I did that. I go to the masquerade ball. I see one of my classmates. I was like, hey, and I continued dancing and stuff. It was a good time. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad I went. I had my first proper dance with someone. Like, I didn't have to ask, like, they asked me. I'm not gonna say who they are because privacy reasons, because I didn't have to ask. Yeah, guys, step it up. Like, actually ask girls if you want to dance with them. Like, just saying. I did have a good time. Even though I went to the hospital prior that day, I had a lot of fun. Yeah. I had a lot of fun. The theme of the masquerade ball was Candyland, or like some kind of candy. So I went... I couldn't find anything. My dress was red, so I was like, I could go as an M&M. No, it's also orange. And I'm like, wait, I don't know what to do. So it was gonna be Swedish Fish, but I didn't really like that idea that much. So I started looking at characters from the game, like the game. Apparently there's a Candyland movie, like from 2005. I'm like, I gotta watch this. But I went as Lord S. Licorice. And when I started telling people, like, yeah, I'm going as, like, Lord Licorice, but female version, they're like, is that cross-dressing? I'm like, no, it's a gender bend. That's different. Like, I am known for cross-dressing, have you know. Clearly. No, technically it was a gender bend, for those who are wondering. Because he's a guy, and I went as the female version. I'm making sense, right? So I had... Dude, where's my mask? I had this amazing mask. I'll put a picture up here, but I'm still gonna grab it. My foot's asleep. No. It's like... Ow, my knee. It's like, look at it. Like, it's really cool. Like, here, I'll put it on. It's not like any of you asked, but I'll put it on. Ow. I didn't poke my eye, it like grazed my cheek. Alright, hold on. I'm so scared. This is I didn't have it on like this though. I had it like under my hair bun. Which I put pictures up of pictures I took, but like, look how cool. It's like, it's kind of like a pretty like Phantom of the Opera, except I'm not a monster. It's like, look how cool. It's just so cool. And like it really worked with my dress. It really worked with my dress and stuff, and like, here you go, you wear it. I did my own makeup and stuff, don't mind me. And it was a lot of fun altogether, and like, my dress, like, I like to call it the Fire Elsa because it had a slit. Which, that slit saved my life, because we didn't get this dress fitted and it was really long for me. So every time I would bend down, like to grab my phone or something because it was charging, I would step on it. And like, this is inappropriate, but a lot of things in my chesticle area, my mammary glands, would fall. So, well, not completely, but like almost, like I'd catch it and stuff. So that split literally saved my life because I could like get my leg out and step and then get up. Of course, it was on where my bad leg is, but that split saved my life. The joke around, I was like, guys, look, wha-bam, you can see my leg. It was just really funny. My sister did amazing altercations with it because the back was like really, like the back was really showy. I'm not comfortable with that really. It's not very modest of me. So my sister kind of did a corset kind of thing. It was itchy all night, but she did a good job. It was itchy because of the fabric that she used. I wish I knew the guy that they got the fabric from, because I could shout them out, but I don't know who they are. I've never met this person. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself, and like, the main reason I was afraid I wouldn't be able to go is because I would have had to shave my legs for no reason. I'm gonna leave it there. Alright, so I hope you guys did enjoy. Comment below some hospital stories, I guess, or maybe some video ideas, because I am running out of ideas. I'm hoping to do some collabs with some people, but that's gonna be a surprise. Yeah, comment that. Like if you did enjoy. I really enjoyed making this. It's snowing, as I probably said sometime during this video. It's snowing outside, so I was really happy. I went to go take the trash out, and I came back, and it was like I was the snowman from that soup commercial. But yeah. But again, comment the stuff I said, like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more of my cringy content. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. I do say that, right? I haven't done videos in a while. See you, Tiger Lilies. So, I just went out in the snow. It is very cold outside. Also, this is being recorded on the 15th. It is still fall, but, oh, come on, focus. You can see the snow outside. I'm quite happy. It's a good time. So, it's perfect lighting right now. And I have a stuffy nose. I'm not sick, I already was sick. I'll put this in the bloopers. Another joke I do? Another joke I do with doctors, and this is a for sure way to get your doctor comfortable with you. This is more for girls. When the doctor asks if you're sexually active, I'm not. So what I always say is, no, I'm not even socially active. I have a child-friendly channel. Yes, I do. I don't even know I'm putting that in.